Imagine a forest so vast that it stretches across 9 countries in South America. A forest so immense it feels like a great green ocean teeming with life. This is the Amazon rainforest, one of the most extraordinary and vital places on our planet. It is a world of towering trees that touch the sky, mighty rivers that wind like giant serpents, and a chorus of sounds from millions of creatures. The sheer scale of it is difficult to comprehend. If the Amazon were a country, it would be the 9th largest in the world. It is a place of endless discovery, where new species are still being found and ancient mysteries remain hidden beneath its thick, green canopy. This enormous forest is more than just a collection of trees. It is a living, breathing system that influences the health of the entire Earth. Its importance reaches far beyond its borders, touching the air we breathe and the climate we all share. The Amazon River, the largest river in the world by the amount of water it carries, flows through its heart, providing life to the countless plants and animals that call this place home. This river system is so vast that it contains 1/5 of all the fresh water that flows from the world's rivers into the oceans. It is a powerful, life-giving force in a world of its own, a natural wonder that has fascinated explorers and scientists for centuries. The Amazon is a place of breathtaking beauty and incredible complexity. Every single leaf, every tiny insect plays a part in a much larger story. Here, life is connected in ways we are only just beginning to understand. Giant trees provide shelter and food for monkeys and birds, while colorful frogs hide amongst the damp leaves on the forest floor. Brightly colored butterflies flutter through sunlit clearings, and powerful jaguars stalk silently through the undergrowth. This intricate web of life has developed over millions of years, creating a balanced and resilient ecosystem that is unlike any other on Earth. It is a world that commands our respect and our protection. For all its wildness, the Amazon is also a home. For thousands of years, people have lived in harmony with this great forest, learning its secrets and understanding its rhythms. They have built their communities along its rivers and have gathered their food and medicine from its rich bounty. Their deep connection to the land holds valuable knowledge that is essential for the future of the rainforest and for our planet. The story of the Amazon is not just about plants and animals. It is also a human story, a story of survival, wisdom, and a profound relationship with the natural world. It is a story that we must listen to and learn from. You may have heard the Amazon rainforest called the lungs of the earth. This is a powerful and very fitting description for this magnificent forest. Just as our own lungs breathe in oxygen to give us life, the trees of the Amazon produce a huge amount of the oxygen in our atmosphere. This process, known as photosynthesis, is one of nature's most wonderful miracles. The trees use sunlight, water, and a gas called carbon dioxide to create their own food. As a wonderful byproduct of this process, they release oxygen into the air. With billions upon billions of trees all doing this at once, the Amazon acts like a giant oxygen factory for the world. But the work of these lungs does not stop there. The Amazon also plays a crucial role in cleaning our air. As humans burn fossil fuels like coal and oil for energy, we release vast amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Too much of this gas acts like a thick blanket around the Earth, trapping heat and causing the planet's climate to change. The Amazon rainforest helps to fight this by absorbing enormous quantities of carbon dioxide from the air. The trees store this carbon in their trunks, branches, and leaves, effectively locking it away so it cannot contribute to warming our world. It is a natural solution to a global problem. This incredible exchange of gases is happening on a scale that is almost impossible to imagine. Every day, the forest breathes in and breathes out, maintaining a delicate balance that benefits all life on Earth. The amount of carbon stored within the Amazon is staggering, estimated to be many times more than the total amount humans release each year. This makes the forest one of our greatest allies in the struggle against climate change. When we protect the Amazon, we are not just saving a distant forest, we are helping to keep our own planet healthy and stable for future generations. It is a service that the forest provides for free, a gift to humanity. However, if the forest is damaged, this vital process is put at risk. When trees are cut down and burned, the carbon they have stored for many years is released back into the atmosphere. This means that instead of helping to cool the planet, a damaged forest can actually contribute to making it warmer. It is as if the lungs of our planet become sick, unable to perform their life-giving function. Understanding this connection is essential. It shows us that the fate of this great South American forest is directly linked to the health of our global environment. The Amazon's breath is in many ways our own. The Amazon rainforest has a very special kind of climate that allows so much life to thrive. It is known as a tropical rainforest climate, which simply means it is very warm and very wet all year round. The temperature does not change very much between seasons. Most days are hot, with temperatures often climbing above 30 degrees Celsius. This constant warmth provides the energy that fuels the incredible growth of plants and supports the activities of millions of animals, from the tiniest insects to the largest mammals. The forest is always active, always full of energy, thanks to the reliable warmth from the sun. Rain is the other key ingredient that defines the Amazon. It does not just rain a little, it rains a tremendous amount. The forest can receive more than 2 meters of rain every year, and in some parts, much more. This constant supply of water is what sustains the towering trees and lush vegetation. The moisture is so abundant that it creates a very humid environment. Humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air, and in the Amazon, the air is often thick with it. This dampness is perfect for plants like ferns, mosses, and beautiful orchids that grow on the branches of other trees, drawing moisture directly from the air around them. An amazing thing about the Amazon is that it helps to create its own rain. The trees draw up huge amounts of water from the ground through their roots. This water then travels up to the leaves and is released into the atmosphere as water vapor, a process called transpiration. This moisture rises, cools, and forms dense rain clouds directly above the forest. These clouds then release the water back down as rain, continuing a cycle that is essential for the forest's survival. This incredible system is so powerful that it can influence weather patterns across South America and even further afield. The forest is not just a passive recipient of rain, it is an active participant in making it. This unique combination of heat, rain, and humidity has created a world that feels almost like a giant greenhouse. This environment is perfect for life to flourish in an astonishing variety of forms. The constant wetness means that the forest floor is a spongy carpet of decaying leaves, which provides rich nutrients for new growth. Rivers swell and flood vast areas of the forest for part of the year, creating a unique habitat known as the flooded forest, where fish swim among the tree trunks. Everything in the Amazon is shaped by its warm and watery climate, which has allowed life to evolve into the spectacular and complex web we see today. The Amazon rainforest is famous for its incredible biodiversity. This simply means it is home to a huge number of different species of plants and animals. In fact, it is the most biodiverse place on the entire planet. Scientists believe that the Amazon contains about 10% of all known species in the world. Imagine that. 1 in every 10 plants or animals you can think of lives in this one magnificent forest. This includes an astonishing number of insects, with millions of different kinds crawling, flying, and buzzing through the trees. There are more species of fish in the Amazon River than in the entire Atlantic Ocean. The variety of plant life is just as mind-boggling. There are an estimated 40,000 different plant species in the Amazon, including around 16,000 types of trees. These are not just any trees. Some, like the giant kapok tree, can grow to be incredibly tall, reaching heights of over 60 meters, towering above the rest of the forest canopy. The forest is a vertical world, with different layers of life from the dark forest floor to the sun-drenched treetops. Each layer provides a unique home for different plants and animals, all perfectly adapted to their specific environment. This richness of plant life forms the foundation for all other life in the rainforest. This incredible diversity of plants supports an equally stunning variety of animals. The Amazon is home to more than 400 species of mammals, including the elusive jaguar, playful monkeys, and the gentle capybara, the world's largest rodent. The treetops are filled with the vibrant colors of over 1,300 species of birds, such as scarlet macaws and toucans with their enormous, brightly colored beaks. The rivers teem with life, from the powerful anaconda, one of the world's largest snakes, to the gentle pink river dolphin, which swims in the murky waters. And we must not forget the smaller creatures, like the thousands of species of butterflies and the tiny but brilliantly colored poison dart frogs. What makes this biodiversity so special is that every single species has a role to play in the ecosystem. It is like a giant, complicated puzzle where every piece is important. Some animals, like bats and bees, are vital for pollinating flowers, which allows the plants to produce fruit and seeds. Other animals, like monkeys and birds, help to spread these seeds throughout the forest, allowing new trees to grow in new places. Even the top predators, like the jaguar, are essential for keeping the populations of other animals in balance. This intricate web of connections is what makes the Amazon so strong and resilient, but it also makes it very vulnerable if some of those connections are broken. The Amazon rainforest is often thought of as a wilderness untouched by people, but that is not true. For at least 11,000 years, humans have called this incredible forest their home. Hundreds of different indigenous tribes live within the Amazon's vast expanse, each with its own unique language, culture, and traditions. These communities are not separate from the forest, they are an integral part of it. They have developed a deep and intimate relationship with their environment, learning to live in harmony with nature's rhythms. Their lives are woven into the fabric of the forest, relying on it for food, shelter, medicine, and spiritual connection. The knowledge held by these indigenous peoples is truly remarkable. Over thousands of years of living in the Amazon, they have accumulated a vast library of information about the plants and animals around them. They know which plants can be used to treat illnesses, which fruits are safe to eat, and which woods are best for building homes or making canoes. This traditional ecological knowledge has been passed down from one generation to the next through stories, songs, and direct experience. It is a science of its own, based on careful observation and a profound respect for the natural world. This wisdom is priceless and holds many secrets we are only just beginning to appreciate. The way indigenous communities manage the forest is a powerful lesson in sustainability. They often use farming methods that work with the forest rather than against it. For example, they might clear a small patch of land to grow crops for a few years and then move to a new area, allowing the old patch to regrow and the soil to recover. They understand that to continue taking from the forest, they must also give back to it and allow it to heal. This approach has allowed them to live in the Amazon for centuries without causing the widespread destruction that we see today. They are the original conservationists, the ancient guardians of the rainforest. Today, these indigenous communities are on the front lines of the battle to protect the Amazon. Their lands are often threatened by illegal logging, mining, and farming, which destroy the forest they depend on for their survival. They are fighting to protect their ancestral homes, and in doing so, they are protecting the rainforest for all of humanity. Their leadership and their knowledge are essential if we are to succeed in saving the Amazon. By listening to their voices and supporting their rights, we can learn how to build a more sustainable future where both people and nature can thrive together. Their story is a vital part of the Amazon story. The Amazon rainforest is a kingdom of animals, filled with some of the most fascinating creatures on Earth. Among the most powerful is the jaguar, the largest cat in the Americas. With its beautiful spotted coat, it moves like a ghost through the dense undergrowth, a silent and efficient predator. The jaguar is at the very top of the food chain, and its presence is a sign of a healthy forest. Another giant of the Amazon is the anaconda, a massive snake that lives in the rivers and swamps. It is not venomous but uses its incredible strength to squeeze its prey. Seeing one of these magnificent reptiles is a truly unforgettable experience. The trees are alive with sound and movement, largely thanks to the many species of monkeys and birds. You might hear the loud roar of a howler monkey, a sound that can travel for several kilometers through the forest. Or you might see a troop of nimble spider monkeys swinging effortlessly from branch to branch using their long tails. High in the canopy, pairs of scarlet macaws fly together, their brilliant red, yellow, and blue feathers creating a spectacular flash of color against the green leaves. These animals play a vital role in the forest's health by spreading seeds, which helps the forest to regenerate and grow. But it is not just the large animals that are so captivating. The Amazon is also home to a world of smaller but no less amazing creatures. The poison dart frogs are a perfect example. These tiny frogs come in an array of stunningly bright colors, from electric blue to fiery orange. Their bright skin is not just for show, it is a warning to predators that they are highly toxic. Indigenous people have traditionally used the frog's poison on the tips of their hunting darts. In the rivers you can find the piranha, a fish famous for its sharp teeth, as well as the gentle and intelligent pink river dolphin, a unique freshwater dolphin found only in the Amazon and Orinoco river systems. We cannot forget the most numerous residents of the rainforest, the insects. The Amazon is home to millions of insect species, many of which have not even been discovered yet. There are leafcutter ants that march in long lines, carrying pieces of leaves back to their enormous underground nests to grow fungus for food. There are butterflies, like the dazzling blue morpho, whose iridescent wings seem to shimmer and change color as they fly. And there are giant beetles, strange-looking stick insects, and countless other tiny creatures that are all essential parts of the forest's complex web of life. Every single creature, no matter its size, has its own important story. The Amazon rainforest is much more than just a collection of trees. It is a living, breathing pharmacy. For thousands of years, the indigenous peoples of the Amazon have turned to the forest for their medicine. They have learned, through generations of careful observation, which plants can heal wounds, cure fevers, soothe pain, or treat snake bites. This incredible knowledge has allowed them to survive and thrive in an environment where modern medicine is often out of reach. The forest provides them with everything they need, a natural cabinet filled with remedies for all kinds of ailments. Their understanding of these healing plants is a precious and vital part of their culture. The variety of medicinal plants is astounding. Scientists estimate that there are thousands of plant species in the Amazon with powerful healing properties, many of which are still unknown to Western science. One famous example is the bark of the cinchona tree. For centuries, indigenous people used it to treat fevers. Later, scientists discovered that it contained quinine, which became the first effective treatment for malaria, a disease that has affected millions of people worldwide. Another example is curare, a poison that indigenous hunters used on their darts. Scientists studied it and developed a muscle relaxant from it that is now used in modern surgery. These plants contain complex chemical compounds that they have developed to protect themselves from insects and diseases. It is these same compounds that can have powerful effects on the human body. The rainforest is like a giant chemical laboratory, constantly experimenting and creating new substances. Scientists and researchers are very interested in studying these plants, hoping to discover new medicines that could treat some of our most serious diseases, such as cancer and HIV. This field of study, called ethnobotany, involves working closely with indigenous communities to learn about their traditional uses of plants, respecting their knowledge, and sharing any benefits that are discovered. The potential of the Amazon's green pharmacy is immense, but it is also under threat. Every time a section of the rainforest is destroyed, we risk losing plants that could hold the cure for a future illness. It is possible that the cure for a disease we do not even know about yet is hidden in a plant that could go extinct before we ever have the chance to study it. This is why protecting the Amazon and the traditional knowledge of its people is so incredibly important. By saving the forest, we are not just protecting biodiversity, we are also safeguarding a treasure trove of natural medicines that could benefit all of humanity for generations to come. The Amazon rainforest is a place where the veil between the real world and the world of spirits feels very thin. For the people who live there, the forest is not just a physical place, but also a deeply spiritual one, filled with myths, legends, and powerful beings. These stories are a way of explaining the world, teaching important lessons, and showing respect for the forces of nature. One of the most famous legends is that of the boto, or the pink river dolphin. The story says that at night, the boto can transform into a handsome young man who comes ashore to charm and enchant young women before disappearing back into the river at dawn. Another powerful figure in Amazonian folklore is the curupira. This creature is seen as a guardian of the forest. He is often described as a small boy with fiery red hair and feet that are turned backwards so that his footprints lead hunters in the wrong direction. The curupira is said to punish those who disrespect the forest by hunting too much or cutting down trees needlessly. He might confuse them, lead them astray, or play tricks on them to teach them a lesson. This myth serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of living in balance with nature and taking only what you need from the forest. The forest itself is full of mysteries that have captivated explorers for centuries. The legend of El Dorado, the lost city of gold, drew countless adventurers into the Amazon in search of incredible wealth. While a city made entirely of gold was never found, recent archaeological discoveries have shown that large, complex societies did once exist in the Amazon, with roads, canals, and organized towns. These findings suggest that the stories may have been based on a reality that was far more advanced than anyone had previously imagined. The forest still holds many secrets about its ancient past, hidden beneath the soil and the dense canopy. These myths and mysteries add a magical quality to the Amazon. They remind us that there are things in this world that we do not fully understand. The stories speak of giant snakes that guard the rivers, mysterious lights that dance in the sky, and strange sounds that echo through the trees at night. Whether these are spirits, undiscovered creatures, or simply the tricks of the mind in a vast and overwhelming place, they are a vital part of what makes the Amazon so enchanting. They teach us to approach this great forest not just with scientific curiosity, but also with a sense of wonder, humility, and deep respect for its enduring power and mystery. The Amazon rainforest, for all its strength and size, is facing a serious threat. This threat is called deforestation, which means the clearing of trees and forests by humans. Every single minute, an area of the Amazon larger than a football pitch is destroyed. The main reasons for this destruction are to make space for cattle ranching, to grow crops like soy, and for illegal logging and mining. As the trees are cut down and the land is burned, a vital part of our planet is lost forever. This destruction has devastating effects on the wildlife that lives there, on the global climate, and on the people whose lives depend on the forest. When the forest is destroyed, the countless animals that call it home lose their habitat. Animals like the jaguar, the monkey, and the macaw cannot survive without the trees that provide them with food and shelter. Many species are becoming endangered, and some are at risk of disappearing completely. The loss of the Amazon also has a huge impact on our climate. As we have seen, the forest acts as the lungs of the earth, absorbing carbon dioxide. When it is burned, all that stored carbon is released into the atmosphere, which makes climate change worse. It also disrupts the rain cycle, which can lead to less rainfall and more droughts, even in faraway places. But there is hope. Around the world, people are beginning to understand how important it is to protect this incredible place. Many organizations are working hard to save the Amazon. They are working to create protected areas where logging and mining are not allowed, and they are helping to reforest areas that have been destroyed by planting new trees. One of the most important developments is the growing recognition of indigenous leadership. Indigenous communities are the best guardians of the forest, and securing their legal rights to their ancestral lands is one of the most effective ways to prevent deforestation. When they control the land, the forest stays standing. The future of the Amazon depends on all of us. As consumers, we can make choices that help protect the forest. We can choose to buy products from companies that promise not to contribute to deforestation. We can support organizations that are working on the ground to protect the rainforest and its people. By raising our voices and demanding action from our governments and from corporations, we can make a real difference. The Amazon is a global treasure, a source of wonder, life, and stability for our entire planet. We have a shared responsibility to ensure that its great green heart continues to beat for many, many generations to come.